February 18th meeting of the Fitchburg City Council. I now call this meeting to order. Please be advised that FATV is conducting audio and video recording of this meeting for public broadcast. I ask that anyone else in the audience who is recording this meeting to please identify themselves for the record now by standing and stating their name and city of residence. Seeing none, at this time, I ask that all electronic devices be placed into silent mode. Councillor Croucher, would you lead us in the salute to the flag?
It would be my honor. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Absolutely. Councillor Croucher.
here.
Councillor Cragen.
Here.
Councillor Cruz.
Here.
Councillor Di Natale.
Here.
Councillor Fleming.
Here.
Councillor Green. Here. Councillor Schultz.
Here.
Councillor Van Hazinga.
Here.
Councillor Walsh.
Here.
President Zarella.
Here.
And Councillor Bolsherman.
Here.
11 members present.
Thank you very much. We have no one signed in remotely for public comment this evening. We have two people on our sign-up sheet. First, we have Mr. Bill Vautour.
Evening, councilors. We're here tonight basically in response to, I believe it's 03025. The petition letter was filed by the mayor. We have some serious concerns about this petition. Again, I'm Billy Vautour. Sorry, let me back up. President, Local 3128, Fitchburg Fire Department. I'm also a bargaining member of the PEC. We believe that this could potentially have some negative impact on our health insurance, which affects all of my members and their families. We have always bargained in good faith. We'd like to continue to do so. I question whether or not that this is putting the cart before the horse in bargaining process. We've had 2 meetings in the PEC, and this letter was brought forth to you. Again, we're just here to show us serious concern about this letter, and I look forward to discussing more at the Legislative Affairs meeting, the next one, if it be next week or whatnot. Any questions, I'm always available. You guys know where I am. Don't dial 911, use the business line. That's all we have tonight. Thank you.
Mr. President,
Thank you.
the chief told me that they're very busy, so we can't get over them. The chief, he's over there.
Told you what?
No, no mind, forget it.
Okay. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Our other signed-in individual does not appear to be in the room. Is there anyone else wishing to speak? You may approach the center podium and identify yourselves. Seeing none. All right, we will move on to announcements. We have 3 announcements this evening. The next meeting of the Widowed Helping Widowed Support Group will take place on Thursday, February 27th, 2025 from 4 until 5:30 p.m. in room 205 at the Fitchburg State University Recreation Center, 130 North Street. Kelly Lynn and Bernie Schultz will co-facilitate the meeting. On the 20th of February at 6 p.m., there will be a Ward 3 meeting here in the Legislative Building, hosted by Ward 3 Councillor Croucher. And on the 2nd and 4th Thursday of every month at 6:30 p.m., at the Galilee Spiritual Life Center of First Parish Unitarian Universalist Church, 923 Main Street. There is an organization called Can We Talk, which is to share, it says, join us for a meal and share your story regarding stress, grief, or trauma. Thank you. That concludes our announcements. Next up, we have the report of the Economic Development Chair, Councillor Cragen.
Thank you, Mr. President. Happy Black History Month to all.
Excuse me, Council President, point of order. I don't see this on the agenda.
That would be my error then. Given that it is not an item for action, I don't believe it's in violation of OML.
I believe if you look at Rule 4.7,
4.7. Do we have those here? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
look at Rule 4.7, I believe, I have it. Hold on just a second.
It reads, standing committees of the council shall cause records to be kept of their proceedings in a format approved by the city clerk. No committee shall act by separate consultation, and no report of a committee as a body shall be received unless agreed to in committee assembled for that purpose.
The Economic Development Committee has not met.
By that nature, however, did the records committee meet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't, I've got to make a ruling first before I can take further input on this. At the moment, I'm going to rule that this is a report tendered to the council by the chair, not represented as a report of the committee as a body.
That's fine.
Councillor, you may proceed. Councillor Cragen.
Thank you. All right. For those interested in following Fitchburg Airport, which we mention at every single one of these economic development updates, the monthly Airport Commission meeting is tomorrow night, Wednesday, February 19th, 6 p.m. here in the Legislative Building. This weekend, I want my colleagues and all residents to be aware that we are having a unique event that that will assist economic development. The Creative Network Summit is a regionally significant event that gathers entrepreneurs from the creative economy forming here in Fitchburg and North Central. An overarching goal is to build North Central Mass's creative economy. So to have this symposium in Fitchburg is really significant. It reflects our city's leading role in utilizing arts and culture as a key aspect of our local economic development strategy. With the Fitchburg arts community, when it opens with 68 new households of creative folks residing in the downtown district, the summit is occurring at a very opportune time for Fitchburg. This is what the organizers said. The vision is to foster collaboration, innovation, and growth in North Central Massachusetts by connecting artists, entrepreneurs, and community leaders through meaningful dialogue, skill sharing, and relationship building. So I did a search on Creative Cities concept. Much larger places than Fitchburg have been doing this in the U.S., including large cities in California and the province of Ontario in Canada. So they produce similar events. I urge all of my colleagues, please come to this. And here are flyers. So take a screenshot of this, send it down, take one, send it along. This is happening this weekend. We'd love to have everyone here. This will really help, again, economic development within Fitchburg. Finally, Friday, we have two other city events that economic development wanted me to mention and remind folks. A week from this Thursday, so Thursday, February 27th, there are two really important events. One is the Downtown Fitchburg Infrastructure and Construction Updates. Because the construction season is approaching, Main Street Water Main Replacement Project, ongoing sewer separation project. Come join us at the Legislative Building, this building, 700 Main Street, Thursday, February 27th at 9 a.m. So this is for business owners and property owners, but it's also for the community. And if you're able to make both meetings at 4 o'clock to 6:30, we are seeking improvements to the Water Street corridor. Again, this is a very heavily traveled corridor in Fitchburg. This is a public feedback and open house. We would love to see you there, and again, reach out to Economic Development Director on this. Finally, our next economic development update will be on automobiles. We have had automobiles in Fitchburg since the 1890s, both places selling automobiles and repairing them. And if you know of a garage you love, please reach out. We'd love to, again, highlight what people are doing in Fitchburg. The point of this update is for the public to see what is happening here and to celebrate the people who are investing in Fitchburg. Yes, we will mention Automobiliac, Filiac, the late Jerry Martell, anytime we talk about cars. That's it for me. I yield the floor.
Thank you very much.
One more. You have an announcement, too.
I have. Yes. Well, you have it, so
No. You have it.
I don't.
That envelope.
Hold on.
Mr. President,
Yes.
is it appropriate at this time to ask a question?
Go ahead. What is the
Based on
question?
your recent ruling on the point of order? I don't mean this to be any affront or disrespect to Councilor Craig and the announcement she gives, but would your interpretation of the rule open the door to every committee member now being able to make announcements that are not part of a committee meeting? I mean, I'm just asking, because like if...
In this instance, it was run through me first. If any other committee chair had a pertinent announcement that they felt was necessary to make, they could certainly approach me and say, hey, I'd like to add this to the agenda. And good point, I do need to add it to the agenda properly.
Does the chair have that sole authority to just make these announcements and not a quorum of the committee that they represent?
As long as it's not represented as a decision of the committee or any matter that is within the exclusive authority of the committee, yes.
So if Councilor Cruz, as Chair of Finance, wanted to tell the city in an announcement that the city's finances are not doing well, can he do that unilaterally with your buy-in?
In theory, I mean, if I abuse my discretion, then, you know, there's always either immediately an appeal to the full council, or in the long term, you know, I have to come up for election every year.
I'm not trying to shut it. I'm just...
No, I understand. You're trying to figure out the contours of the rule.
Okay.
No, I understand. And Councilor Schultz.
Yeah, I was just going to add something to Councilor Cragen's announcement about the infrastructure, because it is at 9 a.m. in the morning. I will be having Commissioner Erickson coming to the City Council community meeting on April 14th at 6:30 to also discuss the changes in infrastructure that will be happening this year. So
Excellent.
I just thought I'd mention that.
Thank you. So we do have one additional item. This is an award or a citation, I suppose. Be it known that Joanna Bellotta Simeone is hereby awarded a Purple Heart by the Fitchburg City Council for outstanding service, making it possible for happy couples to tie the knot at City Hall. This is as of Friday, February 14th, 2025.
Oh, thank you. Yes, love hit City Hall on Valentine's Day. We had 6 marriages,
Wow.
There's more.
and today we had a walk-in there.
Yes, you did.
Thank you. And I'll pass this to you when I leave.
Thank you.
And this as well.
Thank you so much. That's very thoughtful. I like you all so much.
All right, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Next, we have the report of the Appointments Committee. Councilor Krucher.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. The Appointments Committee met earlier this evening. We took up 2 new appointments and 3 new appointments, 2 new appointments and 3 reappointments. First, a new appointment was to the Fitchburg Cultural Council, term to expire February 18th, 2028. Ricardo Barros, which he was approved unanimously. Another new appointment, Fitchburg Cultural Council, term to expire February 18th, 2028. Eva Antonucci Kelly, and she was approved. A reappointment letter to the Fitchburg Cultural Council, term to expire January 1st, 2028. Shara Osgood, she was also approved. Reappointment letter to the Fitchburg Planning Board, term to expire September 1st, 2027. Amanda Keck, and she was approved unanimously. And then finally, a reappointment letter to the Fitchburg Zoning Board of Appeals, term to expire March 1st, 2030. Brian Gallagher, and he stood approved unanimously.
Motion to accept the report.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion and second. If there is no objection, it is unanimously approved. Report of the Committee on Records. Councilor Giannatalli.
Thank you, Mr. President. Committee on Records met and reviewed the minutes, and they appear to be in order.
Make a motion we accept.
Second.
I have a motion and second. If there is no objection, it is unanimously approved. We have 8 separate communications from Her Honor the Mayor. New appointment letter, Zachary Bose as a member of the Fitchburg Board of Registrars, term to expire April 1st, 2028. New appointment, Heidi Bogner, member of the Fitchburg Housing Authority Board, term to expire March 4th, 2030. New appointment, Miriam Ashraf, member of the Fitchburg Human Rights Committee, term to expire February 4th, 2028. Reappointment, Andrew J. Hawthorne, member of the Trustees of Public Burial Grounds, term to expire January 1st, 2028. Reappointment, Cheryl McGee Stewart, member of the Fitchburg Human Rights Commission, term to expire January 1st, 2028. Josiah Richards, reappointment, member of the Fitchburg Board of Commissioners of Trust Funds, term to expire January 16th, 2028. And reappointment of Chris Paquette as a member of the Board of Assessors for the City of Fitchburg, term to expire January 1st, 2028. Those all stand referred to the Appointments Committee. We also have the CDBG Year 51 breakdown, which will stand referred to the Finance Committee.
Make a motion we accept. All right.
Report of the Finance Committee, Councilor Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. President. Finance Committee met on February 12th. We took up a number of items. The first one, I'm not going to read this entire loan order, but we're all pretty familiar with it, 019-25. We had been sort of briefed on it in the past that some of the money was an overestimate with the water fund, and the 3 projects came in and returned roughly $1.3 million to the city. The projects are the Meeting House, Gatehouse, and Merrimeadow Pump Station, Main Street Water Main Replacement Project, rehabilitation upgrade at the Meeting House, Gatehouse, and Merrimeadow Pump Station, Regional Water Treatment Plant Roof Replacement, the Water Street Water Main Replacement Project. So four projects, all roughly around $1.3 million returned. Next up are a number of orders as well, 013-25. This was also a return of funds, rescinding Council Order 273-22 and 274-22, returning $98,400 to the Water Enterprise Fund balance. We had a number of grants. The first was 014-25 from the Fitchburg Police Department, Departmental Health Police-Based Jail Diversion Program in the amount of $47,000. That was unanimously approved. The previous two were unanimously approved as well, 015-25, City of Fitchburg hereby transfers the sum of $35,000 from Police Personal Services to Police Personal Services Dispatch Overtime. It was unanimously adopted. Another moving money around was 016-25. The City of Fitchburg hereby transfers a sum of $100,000 from Fire Personal Services incentives to fire equipment and repair, automotive repair, and fire maintenance of building, both in the amount of $50,000 for a total of $100,000. Those were unanimously adopted. 017-25, ordered that the City of Fitchburg hereby approves the expenditure of funds for the Massachusetts Emergency Management Performance Grant in the approximate of $15,500 for the purpose of TFT transformer nozzles, hazmat suits, and several AEDs. That was unanimously adopted. 018-25 was held. Councillor Boschman brought up a good point that there may be, we're not sure, potential conflict of interest with the grant itself, and Community Development Director Liz Murphy is going to look into that for us and get back to us when we determine that there is or isn't a conflict of interest. It was unanimously held.
Make a motion we accept.
Second.
I have motion and second. If there is no objection, it is unanimously approved. Report of the Legislative Affairs Committee. Councillor Walsh.
Thank you, Council President Zarella. The Legislative Affairs Committee met earlier this evening. There were 3 items on the agenda. The first one, 020-25, an ordinance to adopt the provisions of General Law, Chapter 60, Section 62A, as amended by Section 89 through 91 of Chapter 140 of the Acts of 2024, was unanimously voted to be held until we could have someone who would appear and answer questions from the committee. 021-25, a resolution by Councilor Cruz and Schultz in support of Massachusetts Medicare for All. The resolution states, and we read the resolution during the meeting, after a very lengthy and informative discussion, that was given leave to withdraw. 007-25, Jeffrey A. Bean to petition that the legislative building be named the Ronald B. Injemi Legislative Building. That, by the request of the petitioner, was asked to be given leave to withdraw, and it was unanimously voted to do so.
Make a motion to accept.
Second.
I have a motion and second. On the motion, Councillor Gianatali.
Can I reference one item? 00725?
Sorry, what about 00725?
I wanted to say something on that as part of the report.
Oh, yes. It was given leave to withdraw.
Yes.
But, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to, my suggestion to the council is, while I'm happy that it was given leave to withdraw, because I certainly wasn't going to support it, I think we need to get ahead of this in some fashion. This is the second petition to come before the council. I was the first with David Clark. This is another one now that didn't go through, and I would like to believe that the primary reason for that is because I believe everyone on the council was here when I filed that petition a few years ago, other than Councilor Cruz, and Councilor Craig, where there was somewhat of a precedent established, unintentional on my part when I filed the petition, but the petitioner asked us to ignore the Dave Clark petition, which I countered to him personally and said, that's not possible. And I think he got wind of sentiments from everybody, and that's why it was given leave to withdraw for the same reasons. And I'm bringing this up because my colleagues 4 years ago, when I put the petition forward for Dave Clark, in hindsight, listening to the arguments that were made, there were suggestions made that this may be an all-or-nothing approach we have to take. Either we don't name this after anybody, this facility after anybody, and just keep it the Fitchburg Legislative Building, or we find some compromise method of establishing some kind of a wall of Fitchburg notables or something where, like the police and the fire departments with their memorials every year, when a member passes away, they etch the name into the stone to immortalize them, and maybe we should consider doing something like that. But I don't know, I know this isn't the time to discuss this in terms of going forward, but I just want to I want to avoid future petitions like this, because I feel like now with the one that I put forward and the one that Mr. Bean put forward, the fact that both of them were worthy gentlemen of being named on this building, and the reasons given for why they were not approved, which have nothing to do with them personally, I think it's fair to say, barring a radical change in council sentiment in the future, no one's going to be named on this facility. I don't know. Maybe I can't see the future, but just to avoid petitions like this in the future, I think we should probably put this to rest somehow. Either establish the fact that this is called the Fitchburg Legislative Building and call it a day, and find another way to honor Fitchburgers, because as we all know, unfortunately, the passing of Joel Caddy, you could add him to the, I mean, I could have put him forward immediately as someone worthy of this too. So it's never going to end. So while I was upset with my colleagues 4 years ago, I've come around to their logic of why this is a bigger issue to deal with than just one person. So if we want to avoid petitions like this going forward, we need to figure out some kind of a long-term solution here, permanent solution. And I think those are the only two options. We establish this facility as the Fitchburg Legislative Building, and then if we want to find a way to honor our Fitchburg finest, we got to find another way to do it, to be fair to everybody. Thank you.
Councilor Cruz?
Thank you, Mr. President. Although I don't agree that I would, to avoid people putting petitions forward, I don't agree with that sentiment, but I do strongly agree with the gentleman from Mount Inland Road that a court of honor, would be a really appropriate way to honor those who have given a lot to this city without running into the who's worthy and who is not. So if the gentleman would like to put that petition forward, I would happily co-sponsor with him, and I think it's a great idea. Thank you. I yield the floor.
Yeah.
Councilor Walsh?
I just wanted to let Councilor Di Natale know that there have been some discussions along those lines, and with former mayor and former city councilor Jeffrey Bean with regard to Ron Injemi, and specifically, mentioning the discussion that you just had with regard to Councilor Clark, and certainly with regard to Councilor Caddy. So I think that that's an excellent suggestion, and I think that we should consider that. I yield the floor.
Councilor Giannittari?
Yeah, maybe it came out wrong. I don't want to discourage people from filing petitions, but what I meant to say was to put the families through what the Clark family went through. Luckily, in this instance, the Injemi family didn't have to endure that. We spared them that. But I guess I'm just looking out for future families or petitioners on behalf of those families who believe that their person is warranted for this honor, and they go through that rigorous round of multiple hearings. I just don't want to put another family through that. Now, luckily, we didn't do that this time. Maybe we won't do it ever again, but I just want to avoid that happening, because if you ask the Clark family, it was not a very, very pleasing process to sit through. That's all. I don't want to see anybody else go through that again.
Councilor Boschman?
Mr. President, I agree with him, and I agree with her, and I agree with him. But if we're going to do anything, we're going to make some rules. I'll give you an example. If you play any kind of sports, you get the good players, you get the better players, and you get the super players. Not everybody makes the Hall of Fame. There's rules and regulations of how you're going to make the Hall of Fame and what you do. To say Paul Boschman is going to be on the Great Wall over here behind me, would be, what have I done besides being a city councilor and have a big mouth? Really? Seriously, what have I done? And try to fix
don't sell yourself short.
But if you tell me we're going to have rules and regulations and you're going to have these criterias, I'll support anything like that. But if you're going to just say Paul Boschman's a hell of a nice guy, and he passed away tomorrow, and my kids' eyes and my wife's eye, I'm number one. But outside in the city of Fitchburg, I'm still number one to some. Not everybody. So, I just want to say, that I'll support anything as long as we have some kind of guidelines that says, yes, he was outstanding. Like, I'll use Ron Injemi because I used to call him up all the time when I was younger. And I used to give him a hard time, even though I wasn't involved in politics. But he was the mayor, he was the president, he was a lawyer, and he did a lot of good things. Mm-hmm.
So let's, rather than trying to hash out the parameters of such a sort of council hall of fame here and now, since that petition isn't yet before us, let's just say there seems to be broad consensus on this topic, both in terms of the desirability of it, and based on the head nodding that I saw just now, I would say there's also some consensus as to the need to be somewhat discriminating in how we handle it. But we can address that when and as a petition is brought forward. For the time being, is there anyone else who needs to speak on specifically the matters that were taken up by the Legislative Affairs Committee? I have a motion and second to approve the report of the Legislative Affairs Committee. If there is no objection, it is unanimously approved. We have one suspension of the rules, 02225. This is our ordinary transfer to FATV of the PEG access funds. I put in the request for suspension myself because they are chronically behind on receiving these funds, so the faster we can authorize it, the faster they can get it.
Motion
To suspend.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to suspend the rules. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Counsel Kuchar?
Yes.
Counsel Cragan?
Yes.
Counsel Cruz?
Yes.
Counsel Di Natale?
Yes.
Counsel Fleming?
Yes.
Counsel Green?
Yes.
Counsel Schultz?
Yes.
Counsel Van Hazinga?
Yes.
Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
President Zarella?
Yes.
And Counsel Boschman?
Yes.
That passes by 11 members.
All right, the matter is before the council.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and second to approve 022-25. Any objections? Seeing none, it is unanimously approved. 023 through and including 027, through and including 026-25. If there's no objection, I will waive reading, and those will stand referred to finance. 02725 is an ordinance basically correcting a typo that we made in a previous ordinance. That will stand referred to legislative affairs. We have 02825, Councilors Fleming and Van Hazinga on behalf of Harry Halt of 66 Richardson Road to assess the need for a stop sign or other traffic control measures at the intersection of High and Mechanic. That will go to Public Works. 02925, Mayor Squalia to accept MGL Chapter 64L, Section 2 to implement the local meals excise. That will go to Legislative Affairs. Mayor Squalia to accept MGL Chapter 32B, Sections 21 through 23 regarding group health insurance. That will go to Legislative Affairs. Councilor Di Natale?
May I ask if 02925 and 03025, I feel should go to council as a whole.
Certainly.
I'm making that recommendation for my colleagues to support because, as the previous chair of finance, when we had matters of a significant nature, impactful of the upcoming budgets, that were either before LA or FinCom, councilors in the past have voted to make it council as a whole because of the scope of what is being discussed in relation to the upcoming budget process. So, I mean, the meals tax is being put forward in lieu of the upcoming budget, and then the PEC issues are all budgetary related. I just feel it's more appropriate if the council as a whole takes these two up, because they are extremely integral in the budget process, which the council as a whole also addresses, not any other committee.
I certainly have no objection. If someone would like to make a motion to suspend and send it
If
to...
that's a motion, I'll second it.
I make a motion that 02925 and 03025 be sent to council as a whole.
Second.
All right, this will operate as a motion for suspension.
Motion to suspend, sorry.
So, no, it's fine. It's, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll? Oh, I'm sorry, on the motion?
For clarification, that's not tonight, correct? We're going to schedule a later date.
Yes, this is not the one maneuver that we did that one time to... No. This would be to send it to council as a whole at a date to be determined.
Good, thank you, sir.
Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Counsel Kuchar?
Yes.
Counsel Cragan?
Yes.
Counsel Cruz?
Yes.
Counsel Di Natale?
Yes.
Counsel Fleming?
Yes.
Counsel Green?
Yes.
Counsel Schultz?
Yes.
Counsel Van Hazinga?
Yes.
Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
President Zarella?
Yes.
And Counsel Boschman.
Yes.
That passes 11 members.
Thank you very much. And then we have one more item.
Oh, okay.
03125, Planning Board seeking approval to amend special permit fees and to update their fee schedule as detailed in the packet. That will go to Legislative Affairs.
Motion adjourned.
Make a motion we adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. Seeing no objections, we are adjourned.